Good morning, everybody. Mike Vaki, Princetontrader.com, here for ntmarkets.com with your Tuesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, daily chart of the ES. You can see the red line there. We've been talking about the 50-day exponential moving average for the last few days. We've had our lower band ride, and we were in a bounce, and we remain in sell rallies mode. But like I was saying last Friday, you can't sell rallies without a rally. And with a down move of that magnitude, you're going to get a significant bounce. It's going to be a multi-day bounce. And then you have to look at what are the critical areas of resistance that could mark the highs potentially in the bounce. And the first one that we looked at and what we talked about yesterday was the red line there, the 50-day exponential moving average. Now, why is that important? Just for a quick review. Back in April and May, on 5 different occasions, 4 and 5 different occasions, the 50-day exponential moving average acted as support. In order for the bears to accomplish what they want to accomplish, which is to change the character of this market, to start a significant pullback, to move to an area like the purple line there, the 200-day exponential moving average, and potentially beyond. Step 1 in that process was to make a high, to come down and do a decent pullback, not 10 handles, 20 handles off the highs. They did that. Step 2 is to create lower highs and lower lows on the daily chart. We're in the process of trying to figure out if the bears are capable of doing that. In all other situations for the past couple of years, they have not been able to do that. The last time they tried to do it was back in March to April, or actually early April, on the pullback from 1892 half down to 1803 quarter. And when it climbed back over the 50-day exponential moving average, it began to make all of these tests. And then we moved up in the late May upper band ride, stayed above the middle band, and rode all the way to 1985 in a move that caught a lot of people off guard. If the dynamic is going to change, the red line needs to turn into resistance. There's an old adage, support becomes resistance. If that's the case, then yesterday's action is important. You saw it tested and you saw it hold. So far this morning, you see it tested and you see it hold. The bears really need to establish that over the coming weeks if they're going to roll the market over. If they lose the red line, then basically the last chance saloon is the middle band, which currently is 1948 quarter, the green line. If the green line doesn't hold either, then my feeling is that we will slip back into our old patterns. The uptrend will continue. We will go up. We will take out 1985.75 and go ahead and take a shot at 2000. So where we are now is very important in terms of what kind of market are we going to have for the rest of the summer and into the fall. And that discussion begins at the 50-day exponential moving average. So what are we doing? We got out of our longs yesterday on the test of the 50. We got into a short that we took a bunch of profit on yesterday. I got stopped out overnight, though. I put a free ride stop on it up at 38. My entry was 38 half, so I had a third left. I put it at 38 quarter. I got taken out on that. So we took 4 handles and 6 handles on the other 2/3 of the position respectively. So it was a nice little trade. And in a situation like that, my last third I will always put in profit. You never let that turn into a loser and let it affect the rest of your trade. That's insanity. That's not a way in the long term to make money. So right now, for a change, I'm completely flat. I'm going to see if we get a little bit of a bounce back into the 50-day. At the same time, if the AD jumps up really high and we move through the 50-day and the 50-day becomes support, I'll be getting long. For the possibility that it's the bears dropping the ball all over again. So the bears are in a very important, very delicate position right now. Okay, everybody have a good one. Follow us on Twitter at Princetontrader. Check out the website. Come check out the chat room. I'll be back tomorrow morning with another webcast. Trade 'em well, everybody.